It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. I want the fame, the fortune, all the above. I want the checks, the moolah, all the above. From Philadelphia to New York, all the above. Man, tell them other stations they don't do it like us. What up?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Angel Marie from All the Above Podcast, and I am joined here today by Bashley, who is the manager of this beautiful establishment that we are in, Braid Mill, and also Melvin, who is the co-founder of Black Soul Summer. How are you guys?
Good.
So I need to know, how did you guys hear about the NABE event, and what made you both say yes to being involved?
So I would say for me, so Braid Mill, we opened officially in the top of 2023, and we had our first wedding here October 2023, and Cher was actually part of the event planning team that was a part of the wedding. So when I met Cher, she told me about NABE, and ever since then we've been in conversation about building it out, and here we are today. So yeah.
Yes, look at that full circle moment.
Full circle, we love it.
Melvin, how about you?
Yeah, so I've actually known Bashley since, I guess, when Braid Mill technically opened. So with Black Soul Summer, we support a lot of event organizers here in Philadelphia. So with the SMS Poetry Summit, those first couple of events that we did. And so always was kind of just involved in different events that have gone on here. Mm-hmm. And then I think, you made the referral for us of hey, Black Soul Summer has a ticketing platform and being able to kind of promote your event. And so that's how I was able to get connected with Cher. And we ran the registration and tickets for this event. And so, we just try to do our best, organically, and then also supporting the event organizers that they don't have to, our service is free for organizers to use. So just trying to empower different organizers here in Philly.
I love that. Both of you, with your roles and the establishments that you are a part of, it makes such a big impact in the community and in Philly. What would you guys say is the most rewarding part about sponsoring this event?
Oh, I would say just events in general. The reason why I do it, someone who works behind the scenes, I always equate it to cooking, where it's you're doing the work in the kitchen so that way other people can enjoy a meal. And so that's how event production always is to me. It's I don't necessarily have to do everything for the event, but I want to help with creating that space for folks. So that's the most rewarding part, because event planning and production is stressful.
Yes.
So I understand that working with the venue, working with the vendors, working with the artists, it can be a lot for an individual.
I like that. I would say for me, just to piggyback off of what you said, for me, hospitality is everything, right? The whole idea of people being able to experience space. So with NABE specifically, with them being from out of town, getting them into this space right here and being able to connect with Philly artists, Philly creatives, and the whole creative scene in Philadelphia, I think that's very rewarding for me. But also just seeing them bring a whole different concept that I've never seen, with the whole storefront idea and stuff like that. For me, that's a huge thing as well. So yeah,
that's important. And how does this event reflect the kind of impact that your organization wants to make in the Philly community?
Yeah, I think again, it's just talking about. We've been really playing around with this theme from an organizer in Boston, Catherine Morris, who's a Temple alum as well.
Temples everywhere.
Yeah, I see the TU shirt over here too. TU, okay, sounds good. She talks about this idea of spatial justice and really reclaiming space. And so a space like this out in Germantown that has been a co-working space, very flexible space, and that's why I said I've worked with Bashley in different ways on different events, and just giving people the opportunity to kind of bring their vision to life, I think is so important. And as we move forward in this year and future years and things like that, I think having these physical spaces that we can gather, that we can have commerce happen, that we can collaborate, where connections can happen, we're always going to need that. And so, events like this kind of showcase that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about you, Bashley?
I feel like you touched on a lot of it, Melvin. I think the intent, so I manage the building, but this building has two founders, right? The two founders brought the property at the end of 2019. COVID happened, but the original intent has always been community, right? Especially being in such a residential neighborhood. So being a place where people, culture, purpose, and community come together, that's the driving force behind it. And every day, even when events aren't happening, but events make it, even to a higher tier. So yeah.
I love that. And in your guys' opinion, what do you believe makes Philly's creative community special? Because there's a lot of culture in Philly. What do you believe makes it special?
I think it's that's the benefit of being in a city as compared to a suburb or a rural area. It's like, if I always tell people, like, if you're interested in something, no matter what it is, you can find that niche in Philly. And there's probably already some community, or like we were talking about before, like there's probably an influencer, a podcast, or someone that's doing something in that space. And that's where like the brotherly love and sister affection comes in. Because I always tell people, if you pull up to an event, you'll find people that you can connect with, even if you go alone. Like, you don't have to know the people there. Philly's very welcoming in that way. So I do think that there's a kind of like competition that happens sometimes where people feel that competition, but I think that's all in people's head. Like, once you go out, like, that's where those connections happen.
Yeah, we show love.
Yeah.
Bashley, how about you?
I think to the same point, I keep agreeing with you because you're saying good stuff.
Don't y'all see why they paired together?
Just the whole idea of like the Philly creative scene, in my opinion, and I've been with it for a good minute as well. Just being able to witness, you kind of touched on it, like just the connections that happen. Like, I can go to one event that's a completely different realm and see some of the same people at another event that's the same, that's a different realm and stuff like that. So just seeing the way that people intertwine within the different sectors of the creative community, but also work together, like just the connections. I've seen a lot of connections now further with like Black Soul Summer and like just referring and making sure that these creatives are put on the platform. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. And Bashley, you need to let us know a little bit more about Braid Mill. For those who are unfamiliar, how would you describe this space, what it's used for, and its overall vibe? Give us a
good
skinny
question. Oh my goodness. So again, we're still a baby, but we're at a point now where we're very sure about who we are and what we're planning to build out over the next few years. But Braid Mill is a 40,000, just to point out how big it is. It is a 40,000 square feet. I like to call it a campus, right? It is multi-functioning with its private offices, individual members who come into the space, but also events, right? So we have this event space, we have a more intimate event space that people can rent out, private offices where we didn't really do a lot of marketing, but a lot of them came through to us, and a lot of them are nonprofit, women-led, which is amazing. And the work that's being done amongst these nonprofits, we have artists who are in here every now and then. So yeah, it's very much like a community canvas.
Ooh, that's smart. How do you hope people feel once they leave an event that's hosted by Braid Mill?
Yeah, I would say at home and connected. That whole vibe of like, hey, I want to come back because I feel so comfortable in the space. Like, there was a warmth through the people that I saw.
I love that. And Melvin, you got to let us know a little bit about Black Soul Summer. How would you describe Black Soul Summer, and how has it evolved since its launch?
Yeah, I guess the way I can start is the name itself. So when we first started, we were a music festival series based around our flagship event, which was the Olive Block Party. And so the idea initially came of like, how can we empower other event organizers to build an event like that? And so this was in the sense of outdoor music festival. So when we first launched, we did 4 festivals in the summer. And then when we got to the end of that, we were like, okay, this was great, but these events, usually only last a day. And so we were trying to think, how can we make an impact in Philly and for organizers on a daily basis? And so that's when we developed our ticketing platform that we have as well. It's free for Black and Brown event organizers, so we like to think of it as a resource for event planners. And so whether that's selling tickets, we help them with their strategy, whether they need support on site with producing their event. I know my guys, Black Teeth, who are doing the production today, like we work with a lot of those folks as well. So just being a resource or like an extension of event organizers' teams. And it takes a little while for us to get started. We really try to build relationships with these folks. So it's not just like, oh, you're signing up and getting a piece of software. It's like with planning and events, it does take time to build events. And so trying to just work and know that they have a resource there. That's really what Black Soul Summer does.
That is smart.
Yeah.
Now, you are also promoting Olive Block Party.
Yes.
So you got to let the people know a little bit about that.
For sure.
Do the shameless plug.
So Saturday, July 26th is the 8th annual Olive Block Party. We started, my partner, brother Taj, we Temple alumni, so we've been throwing block parties for over a decade at this point now. But the Olive Block Party, it's our biggest event that we do every year. I tell folks it's the only event that is mine, in a sense that like I plan and produce it, where every other event that I do, it's usually I'm working with a partner or a client or something like that. So it means a lot to us. We're working with the West Philly Container Village this year on 48th and Parkside, which was a project by Councilman Curtis Jones. So we're at a new venue. We have another partner, Almost Famous, which is hosting and curating our vendor market, who has been using the Black Soul Summer platform since we started as well. So seeing that relationship grow as well. Shout out to Malaysia. It's a full day, 1 to 8. We have a ton of amazing artists, Kenya Vaughn, Suzanne Christine, all the DJs here in Philly. So it's going to be a great day.
Nice. Make sure you guys check that out. It's a great event. I've been before, so I can attest that you guys will not be disappointed. But before we wrap up, you got to let everyone know, how can they support your organizations? How can they find you guys? All that good stuff.
Yeah.
So for us, you can find us on Instagram at the Braid Mill, braid like a hair braid, BRAIDMILL. Support just by coming through, seeing the space, letting people know that this space is here for the community, in the community. Host your event here, tell other people about hosting your event here, but most importantly, become a member. So yeah.
Absolutely. And my name is Melvin Powell with Black Soul Summer. You can find us blacksoulsummer.com and Black Soul Summer on all socials. And again, the All Love Block Party, Saturday, July 26th, and that's allloveblockparty.com.
There you have it, guys. Make sure you follow, support, let them know that All the Above sent you. And I also have to do another shameless plug for Triple Bottom Brewing. Make sure you guys check them out because they have delicious drinks. I'm your girl, Angel Marie from All the Above, and we will see you guys next time.
Wednesdays at 7, Angel Marie and Kevin playing the illest records, bringing us back together. Philly is all season, storming through any weather, leaving the track bleeding, way we pull it together. We applying my pressure, I am your new professor, teaching this whole semester, pay attention to lessons. I like a chili pepper fresh out of Louisiana. It's all the above, best believe we do it better. I want the fame.